gets a real estate agent? We have the internet. What do real estate agents do? We can find houses on the internet. Back in the day, when my parents were looking for houses, that was what they wanted the real estate agent for, is to help them find a house. What are the differences between a real estate agent and a real estate broker? How do they work together? What separates them? What's the difference between a good real estate agent and a not so good real estate agent? Well, let's start off with real estate brokers and companies. Every real estate agent has to work for a company, a broker. A broker is the person who manages or houses all of the real estate agents, and they work under him. The broker is actually the person responsible for everything the real estate agent actually does in his business. So every real estate agent that you talk to is working under a broker if they're not a broker themselves. People wondering, well, why do you have to work under a broker? Does the broker get paid? Do you get paid? Who gets paid through real estate? Well, and that's, a lot of people don't really understand how real estate agents make their money. Well, of course, we sell houses. There's a buyer's agent. There's a seller's agent. Sometimes you can do both. Usually their commission is split between the buyer and the seller. If you're going to sell your house, you list your house with a selling agent. If you're looking to buy a house, you find a buyer's agent to go look at 100,000 houses before you find the right one. So I'm sure it's easy to guess which is easier, the selling agent or the listing agent or the buyer's agent. I happen to be more of a buyer's agent, and it's painful. It's a lot of work. Again, why do we need a real estate agent? You can find your own house on the internet. But did anybody know that when you buy a house, there's about 180 pages of documents that you must sign? And the reason for that is about 150 of those pages are because somebody sued somebody else over one of these issues. So now the real estate agent or the broker has come up with all these different disclosures to protect themselves, to protect you as the agent, and to protect the buyer and seller. Do I want to work with a large name real estate company or maybe a small firm? My opinion is large real estate agents have gone through a ton of lawsuits, mistakes, and things like that in that order. So my opinion is go with the larger agent, the larger broker, just because they've been there, they've done that, they've learned through years and years from other situations. When you're working with buyers, what do you do? What do you have to do when you're working with a buyer? Well, we all know you need to drive around to 100 different houses, find the one that you want, make sure you put the right price in, get the comps, make sure you're putting out the right price in there, making sure you find out what other offers are, make sure you position yourself to be at the right position or the right price, and work with that listing agent to make sure you get the best, you have the advantage. You're putting your offer in to make your client get the house. So there's a lot to do. What are we doing when we're not working with a buyer in escrow? Well, we're networking. We're knocking on doors. We're getting the doors slammed on us. You'd be amazed how many people won't open their doors these days. And every time they do that, I think, you should move to another area. This area's not safe. You don't even want to open your own door. So I leave my card. Hopefully they'll call me, but they never do. Which just brings to another thing. How can I get people to hold on to my card? They say you should put your picture on both sides of your business card. So when people throw it away, they can still see your face. So I've come up with a great idea, which has been working great for me, and that is to make my card valuable. So what I've done is I partnered with a local restaurant here in Chatsworth. Many of you might have heard of. I'm sure anybody who drinks margaritas has heard of Los Toros over in Chatsworth. So what I've done on the back of my business card is I partnered with them to offer a free kids meal every time they show my card at the restaurant without even having to give it to them. Just show the card and get a free kids meal every time you dine there. This way, anytime I see somebody with a kid, hey, here's a free kids meal, Los Toros. And if you happen to be thinking about buying a house, give me a call. I usually don't even do that. I usually just give them the business card and they figure that out for themselves. But it's really helped my business a lot. I passed out over 4,000 of these business cards in the last 6 months. Baseball, my kids' schools, through Facebook, lots of different things. So I have these available for anybody who wants one. Most of all, real estate agents, there's a ton of them. We all know that. Be faithful to your real estate agent. Nothing is worse than showing 100 houses, and then the last house, they decide to go and sign the paperwork with another agent who hasn't done anything. We all work on commission. We all want your business, and it's our job to earn your business. A lot of people don't understand that. They just think, oh, it's a job, whatever, I can work with you, and then, oh, I can do something, I can sign with this person, no big deal. Our hearts get broken all the time because of that. What if you're selling a house and your real estate agent doesn't live in that town? Well, believe it or not, call your real estate agent because you're in a better position. Your real estate agent will find somebody in that area, the top person in that area, to help represent you. Not only that, but they will partner with you to make sure that that agent is doing everything in your best interest. So you got a win-win. You got the best agent in that area. You got your agent that you know and trust looking out for you and working with that agent. We call it a win-win. Working with sellers. How much do I sell my house for? What do I need to do to get the most for my house? Well, that's again where real estate agents come in. That's our job to find out the most you can get. Qualify each buyer. You might get 10 offers. Some of them might be over the asking price, but if they can't qualify, you're wasting a lot of time. So again, trust your real estate agent. Let them be your source to get the most for your house. Get the most when you're selling. Get the lowest price when you're buying. I appreciate your time.